Feature Friday.
The freshest.
You guys keep requesting Mehabooba from KGF 2.
Yeah.
We've been very busy, so we haven't worked yet on releasing our first like movie review stuff like that for like in the Indian movie industry. There's obviously South Indian movie industry is ginormous. There's also Bollywood and stuff like that. But let's give a good watch to this song of KGF Chapter 2. I met one of my Uber drivers. He said he likes KGF, and I said, mate,
I know the monster song.
I know the monster song KGF 2. I also know some KGF 1 songs. So and he laughed. Give me some discount.
Oh wow, great Uber.
Anyways, I'm not joking. He didn't discount me. Prick. Go on. Hombeo.
Humbale.
What? That's fair enough. I think we've been snippets of these on the live stream, but we never actually
I don't think we've
reviewed
seen the
it.
whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
No. Oh, this is when he goes soft and falls in love.
That's right. This song's actually good.
There is no hammering people's heads or anything. Oh, she's gorge. Look at the slow-mo takes. Yes, girl.
Yeah, I think
Go conquer your monster.
we had a look at these in the live stream.
Also, as a reader of fantasy and romance, there is nothing cooler
That when
Then-
the bad guy goes soft.
than the female character taming the lion.
Yeah.
You know, it's the coolest. Okay, reason why the genre is so popular.
Yeah, that's right. There's that movie, right, where he goes. There's this woman that she gets kidnapped, and then she falls in love with her kidnapper.
Well, that's just Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, that. But
Yeah.
oh, right. Okay, so
That's an actual psychological situation
Oh,
there.
shit.
But yeah, but yeah, it's very popular too. Beauty and the Beast.
So they feel like maybe they can tame the lion.
No, they do though.
Yeah.
But at the end, but I'm just saying.
That's what
it's a
everyone
really
says about me, because I'm so
effed up-
fierce and bad.
Are you?
And like, I'm strong. Like him.
I think people
You know
on
what's
this
funny?
channel would disagree.
You know what's funny though? That's also so interesting to me. We were talking about it the other day, because when people come over and they say, hello, how are you, man? And stuff like that.
They're like, oh my god, Efra's so serious.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, bitch, I'm not always like this. You know what I mean? You
Actually,
see me.
he's never like this.
You see me in my couch with my sister, who gets the goofiest side of me. The only woman to do that shit. So it's, thanks, mate. But also, don't expect this. The jokes are the same, but the vibe is different.
The vibe is different.
Go on.
I'm pretending really hard to be cool.
Yeah, nah, I'm not pretending. It's just
What?
I'm never like this though. Like,
No, you definitely. I agree with that.
yeah, isn't that mad?
I don't know
It's
why-
to see if people can be different in different situations. Anyway, go on.
Okay. Oh yes, yes. The hold of the hand. Do they kiss?
Congratulations.
Oh.
You got me.
I love you.
Oh shit!
That must have been like a bet or something.
We get late to
No. That must have been like a bet. He'd be like, "I'll make you love me" or something like that. And
Oh.
then she'd be like, "I'll never love you,
Yeah.
you monster." And
I
then
thought you were gonna say, you motherfucker.
I don't speak like that, you weirdo.
Yeah, but that's the ultimate prize, though, isn't it? All the gangs and all the shit that I don't know what the movie's about. But
He's like a lord of
yeah,
the.
he's the CEO of India, isn't he? He is the CEO of India. What's your company? India. I control India. 1.4 billion people, 1.3 billion people. Those are my employees, dude. That's so gangster.
Yeah, but it's also doing illegal stuff and hammering people's heads.
And we don't condone any violence. Stay in school, and also don't do any drugs.
Wow. Okay.
Mehabooba. Or Mehabooba.
I wonder what that means.
I kid you not, I thought there were 7 meerkats. Genuinely, you know, because you couldn't see, you could only see the shadows. I thought these were 5 meerkats. Look. Genuinely, come on, I'm not taking the piss.
Oh, they're adorable. Look at these little humans. They're so cute.
Yeah, one of them has his mouth open. Close your mouth, kid. Fly gonna get in your mouth. That's sick. I love the fucking cinematography. It's
Me
awesome.
too. In the slow motion is the best. Oh. Kiss already.
That mansion gives me big Pablo Escobar vibes.
100%. 100%. He's a little temperamental, isn't he? Just a little bit. About to kill somebody and she's like, I love you.
I love.
That's so weird.
Boss, I love the idea though. I love the idea that when you get home, not when. I don't know when he leaves home because
I don't think she leaves. I think she's one of those. She
stays at home, right?
No, I think she might have been like taken away from her village, because he's like in love with her. Like
and then she falls in love with him.
Yeah.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yes, correct.
Oh, so
I think this is the vibes that I'm getting, because she doesn't leave.
Interesting.
And she's interacting with like the servants and stuff. So if she was from the same lifestyle, she wouldn't interact with any of these people.
Okay, here's another interpretation of that.
Okay.
Maybe you're correct, right? But here's
I
another.
read a lot.
Yeah, she reads a lot of fiction.
Well, this fits
Yeah.
the character
But-
description.
Okay, so maybe in a non-fictional world, wouldn't it be more that if this situation was real,
Yeah.
she couldn't leave the home because he
absolutely.
is such a high public figure that people would try and get back at him by killing his wife or the love of his life.
Correct.
It's like
absolutely
that
agree.
superhero dilemma of like, I can't reveal my identity because then everyone I love and all my friends. I think I'm just quoting Spider-Man. But yeah, so it would be the same like that, wouldn't it? Like, because he's such a public figure with great power. Uncle Bet.
But I think you're correct. No, I
You see what I mean? So
yes.
it could be either. Maybe
No,
she is.
but she did-
Maybe she get kidnapped or some shit.
She
and now,
did act a little iffy at the beginning, right?
yeah, she goes from hating his guts to getting her guts rearranged.
Oh, Efra! Oh my God. They haven't even kissed. How can you jump like 3 chapters? I mean, chill, bro.
That was too easy in my head, though. That was way too easy for a joke to make. Please, let's proceed. Let's proceed.
Okay, thank you.
He seems like a lovely man.
I don't think he is. He's the best version of himself for her, not for the world.
He goes, good.
Oh, look at that freaking scene, though.
Okay.
Oh, they get married.
Pause. Because
Oh, they get married.
it's intriguing how the musical composition is sort of evolving as things are happening. It seems the presence of the violins are more much of the presence of the uneasiness of his character, because they do lots of things like, there's lots of tremolos involved, there's lots of... there's no pizzicato at the beginning, there's none, but because that's usually the way you get... You get that sort of idea of adventure, fucking, especially through movie musical score. But here you do get these ideas of sort of elongated...
Yeah.
The fuck is so funny? Ding, 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 ding. You go Jungle Book or something like that,
Okay.
So, moving on. So, the presence of the violins in the musical composition.
Yes.
So, when the teacher says, don't laugh, then you just look at each other and then you...
Okay, yeah, but what was the point?
Yeah, the presence of the violin in the composition is much more about... You can probably hear it better in this scene here, because this is probably the third time you hear the chorus, or probably second, third time. So So it's becoming more and more and more intense. Obviously, leading to a climax. We are coming on. We're hitting right on the 3-minute mark. So one of the things that people forget about as well is like how YouTubers. We were just discussing this. This is like if you're making video content, you focus on watch time. You want people to watch as long as they possibly can on the video. Because that means they're entertained if they stay for longer. In music, you want to try and maintain the listener as stimulated as possible so that they don't turn the fucking song off, basically.
Yeah.
Now, you do get these dynamics in all songs. You get maybe a softer intro, the presence of the chorus, a memorable side of the chorus, so people can, it becomes so melodic and so sort of enchanting that they start singing along. You get then some verses in which they introduce some lyrical compositions, some lyrical components that make the composition much more complex and sort of involving and interesting. Then you get the second chorus, so people get back into singing. Then you get a climax, a build-up, then you get the climax. Oh, this is the best bit of the song. Then you get a decline, fade away, blah, blah, blah. That's the dynamics of a usual pop song. Or in this case, a usual, what would you call it?
Ballad.
Yeah, because it is music. That's why we haven't been speaking much more about the music.
It's quite predictable, but I quite
very
I quite
predictable
like,
composition.
I quite like that it's a key component to the obviously the depiction of the love interaction itself. I mean, look at us just depicting what the characters are and what they could be and what they represent. We haven't seen the film. We have seen a couple of trailers. We have seen maybe another couple of songs from this movie. But we haven't yet seen the film, so a lot of the missing links of the storyline are definitely missing. But you can build a lot through musical compositions and the interactions between characters in this.
So the presence of those violins there is the first time they've used like a musical component that mixes with the environment into the it's leading up to the climax, not only of probably the story, the love story, marriage. That's the ultimate vow of love. But also, I would imagine at the end, something is going to happen.
Yeah, there's a twist
yeah,
coming.
So
it's too good to be true.
Yeah, especially given his career.
That's really pretty. I was gonna say beautiful at the same time.
Oh, Jesus.
No, he's just taking in the sun.
What the fuck? That's how people look when they're dead. Oh, yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. Or maybe taking the blessing from the elders. Nice introduction of the humming. Also, that's a beautiful closing scene. I thought something bad was going to happen.
Well,
but that's a really nice scene because there's nothing more for a man whose character in this particular movie, it's always on edge, always guarded, always finding the moment to completely and utterly relax in the lap of the loved one. That's more meaningful than the scene itself. And also you're seeing a switch of authority. So like you're seeing her call the shots as well, which is it's a really cool dynamic change. It's so subtle, but it's there, and I like that. I like the details in this thing.
Let's have a look at the lyrics. Definitely very intriguing. I think you could interpret that ending as well as his love is starting to get in the way of his work.
Oh, definitely. She's definitely putting it his
Tamil, is it?
Well, this version is in Hindi, but the original song it's in Tamil because the whole movie is in Tamil.
Why didn't we listen to a Tamil one?
Because the Hindi one, it's more popular.
Oh, interesting. Very intriguing.
Yep, okay. Okay.
Maybe so. That's a good question. I mean, this is super interesting about the channel. We get to discover so many things and learn so much through the comments. And I do apologize if you obviously make mistakes in some of the depictions and things like that. We obviously are learning as we go. But that's an interesting question. Why would the Hindi version be more popular than the Tamil version? Is that perhaps just algorithmic shit with YouTube, or is it perhaps that Hindi is a much more widely popular language all across India? And Tamil, it being another language, perhaps just regional, so perhaps just sort of South Indian, the South Indian population.
It's pretty big though.
But then how...
Tamil population, the people that speak Tamil.
So I guess the appropriate question would be, people that speak Tamil, would they be able to understand Hindi? Because if people who speak Tamil are able to understand Hindi, they would have heard both.
Exactly.
Anyways, so it goes a bit like this. As long as there is land and sky, I want you to belong to me, and that is my only wish.
Oh.
This is, of course, in a female voice, which I don't know who the female voice is. Can we check that out
we
first?
will check.
Just go in the video there at the top. No.
It's lead vocalist. Anaya Bat.
Okay.
Bahata. I don't know how to pronounce that. My bad.
I'll hold you close. I want you to belong to me, and that is my only wish. I'll hold you close in my embrace, like the moon does in the clouds. We look stunning together, just like kohl does on my eyes. Does on eyes. What is kohl? Like makeup?
Yeah, I think it's a pigment.
Right. Lover. I'm your lover. Mehabooba means I'm your lover. Mehabooba. She doesn't say meha. She says Mehabooba. Main teri. No. Main teri mehbooba. So like that. Beloved, I'm your beloved. What? Lover, I'm your lover. You're just changing the fucking new journeys are beginning. Sorry, go on.
No, I think it depends on like the subtext and like the translation might change the
Orepia?
according to that.
Along with the start of a new life, Hotel Trivago, there where the sunset turns into a lovely moonlit evening. There where the sun shines on the sand. Let's go there, far away from this world, where we could sleep soundly at night as I turn into a doll. Would you like to keep playing with me? Yes, sir, girl. Carry me in your arms and then embrace me from time to time. Lover, I'm your lover. Sweetheart, I'm your sweetheart. Lover, I'm your lover. So I think essentially that kind of inner conflict that we see with her. What are these websites? I just fucking loaded with apps left and right.
I have no idea, but I want.
Guess that's how they get their money. Go get your money, dog. But
do what you gotta do.
Yeah, but the interesting, and then the music maker is music composer. What do you imagine?
I don't think so.
Ravi Basrur, who we're kind of seeing bits and bobs from him. Okay, so perhaps given now the lyricism, the conflict that you saw in her is not perhaps Stockholm syndrome, or perhaps it isn't the fact that she's afraid that she can't leave because people might target her. It's the fact that she no longer wants to live like this, not knowing whether the love of her life might return home.
That's right.
May not return home. She wants to know that she can sleep at night without some guy trying to put a bounty on his head or put a bounty on her head. So it's kind of this conflict of things. I would imagine at some point in the movie, unless there's, because it's such a big franchise, they probably want to leave the door open to KGF 3.
Correct.
Kind of like the whole Marvel movie stuff.
Yeah, they probably won't, end his life, but
in a happy way, like, okay, I gave up my life of crime or whatever the fuck he does, being the CEO of India, whatever the fuck that means, for the love of my life for a woman.
I don't know. I do think she's softening him. So I do.
Well, he's going to get hurt in one way or another, not because of the woman.
Exactly.
I hope she doesn't belong in the streets. You know what I mean?
Oh.
She looks like a fairly decent woman. We don't know her though. That's what I always say, dog. Don't believe anyone says.
Oh my God, Jesus!
Stay in your hustle. Anyways, guys, very intriguing. We have heard this song. For sort of complete honesty, we have heard this song. Bits and bobs. We've never seen the full video though.
No,
not
that
to
video
this
is
extent.
beautiful.
But we do live stream every Friday on the channel. So if you'd like to tune in, and we check out lots of songs, and then in the channel, because obviously not everyone tunes into the live streams, even though a lot of people are tuning into the live streams nowadays, which is fucking unreal.
You guys are amazing.
But
that's every Friday from 12-ish to
like
around
6 UK time.
There we go.
Sometimes we stream for like 5 hours, dog.
It's a good time.
It's my favorite time.
We just sit there and listen to music with all of you.
Yeah, we review
awesome.
it, we talk, we learn about new stuff.
Yes.
Sometimes we can check out trailers and stuff like that, so that's always fun. But for that, thanks so much for watching, and adios.
Goodbye.